Okay, it's flaming, showering down, and if you like what you see, then please subscribe to me. I'm in the building.
Yo, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to Sakura Maid 2. Let's jump right into part 2, guys. I take it you are satisfied now. I am, thank you. Would you like me to show you the guest bedroom? You do look rather tired after all. Some sleep would be good. Please, follow me then. As she follows me, she looks curiously at every door. Your master's bedroom will be here somewhere, wouldn't it? Yes, but I am not allowed in there without permission. It would be best to practice discretion. That is fair enough. I can just tell that she wants to know what is inside master's room, even though I already know. My vagina knows too. Since she is a mage, then perhaps she would be able to make sense of the objects in master's room. But a guest must not overstep their boundaries. This is a guest room. I hope you find it sufficient. Thank you. I will not stay too long though. Please do not rush yourself. She quietly opens the door and slips inside the room. Goodness, what an unusual guest we have today. Normally they have some deal of discretion, but she just flat out admits to me that she is involved with magic or something along those lines. It is refreshing in some way. Do I believe in magic necessarily? Hell no. Well, there are a lot of unusual things in this place. But I never really paid it any mind. I deal with things which aren't so magical, such as the ever-returning dust and black spots which soap and hot water simply cannot remove. Alas, if only I were a mage. Life would be so much easier for me. Imagine if I could just flick a wand and make all of the work do itself. But Master would be happy. But would Master be happy about that? Part of what makes the work so important is that it is not easy to accomplish. Presuming that Master knows anything about magic, why would she need to hire staff to clean for her if she could just magic the dirt and grime away? Right. It's all about the hard work. I must not get lazy. Anyway, our guest appears to be comfortable, so I had best return to my duties. Now that I have done all of those tasks on Master's list, it feels like there is remarkably little to be done. The dust is resettling, of course, but it does not take much effort to sweep it away again. Perhaps I should check on our guest again and ensure that she is fine. She's fine as hell. Excuse me, Miss Alice in Wonderland. I lightly rap on her chamber door. Do you need anything? The door opens up and Alice steps out. There is something you could help me with, actually. Yes, I will do what I can to aid you. I know that you're very particular about discretion, but could you please tell me more about this manor? I will answer where I feel it is appropriate. But keep in mind, I will not reveal any private details about my master or her work. I understand. So, how old is this manor? Do you know anything about its history? I am afraid that I do not know anything about the manor itself, only that it has been renovated many times in the past. Whenever this manor was originally, I cannot say for sure. Interesting. Your master has certainly picked an interesting place to seclude herself in. Well, it is a lovely manor and has an excellent view of the surrounding countryside. I would like to think that she picked it for those reasons. Not only that, but all of the natural energies in this area seem to converge in this place. Converge? Natural energies? It's a good place for magic, in other words. How interesting. Maybe that would explain a lot of the unexplainable things around here too. I've only spoken with your master a handful of times, but when I spoke to her, it was an incredible experience. She is truly a figure that will define the next era. I'm happy that my master is able to achieve such wondrous things. It's more than just wondrous things. She truly is a gifted person, unlike any I have met before. And I have met many different people in my line of work. This woman, it seems like she sincerely admires master. I am not sure how sociable I should be with her. On one hand, I am happy to have company. On the other, I think she may be a bit too curious for her own good. That same nagging curiosity is starting to creep along the edges of my mind. But I must remember my discretion. Many people admire master. I am not sure what she does, but whatever it is, I will do my best to support her. How long have you spent in this manor with her? Quite some time, I assure you. And you still don't know much about what she does? Like I said, bitch, discretion is one of the key qualities that my master needs in a servant. You are an unusual maid. But I suppose an unusual maid needs... God, please get it together, dude. But I am sure an unusual master needs an unusual maid to work for her. Oh my, I would not like to think of myself unusual. Think to myself unusual, or like to think that I am unusual. I'm just an ordinary maid working in a not so ordinary household. She just looks at me quizzically. Dismissing yourself as ordinary is doing yourself a disfavor, don't you think? Everyone is special, unusual, unique, and quirky. There's a little bit of that in everyone. Some more than others, of course. But don't you think you're downplaying your role a bit too much? Whatever could you mean? This is my job, and I do it. There's nothing special about cleaning stains and sweeping up dust. I am a very ordinary maid. She seems to give up. Well, I still think that you're out of the ordinary. It will require a special maid to work in a household like this. If that is your opinion, then it's not my place as a servant to challenge you on it. Since you are a guest of this manor, I will accommodate you to the best of my ability. Really? You don't have to do that. Your master isn't here, and I already told you that I'm not a noble. Does being a mage not require you to also be a noble? Well, no. It's more or less something you earn with dedicated study. So, you don't have to act as though you're beneath me. I think you misunderstand my position entirely. My job is to make you more comfortable. So, could you just be yourself then? That would make me a lot more comfortable. Oh? Well, I suppose I could try that for a while. For a moment, we just stand there awkwardly. So, what do you usually do when you aren't working? Sleeping, bathing, or on my afternoon tea time break, or fucking plants. I see, so you don't get a lot of time off work. No, but I am content with my job. Right. You really don't get out of this manor often, do you? Don't you ever get lonely by yourself? Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'm used to master being away for long amounts of time. But isn't it wrong to leave one poor, cute maid to do this all by herself? Oh, here we go. Let the hitting begin. She's hitting on us, guys. Kawaii, you say? I'm kawaii? Oh, right. Sorry, that just sort of slipped out. But I do think you're really kawaii. Your master is lucky to have such a lovely looking maid working for her. Thank you, I suppose. Oh my, does she think I'm attractive? Goodness, how am I supposed to feel about that? Anyway, could you show me the garden again? I thought I saw another species in there that might be worth investigating. That is fine. Why am I acting like an awkward girl with a crush? I mean, because maybe you are an awkward girl with a crush. I had best keep an eye on her this time. After all, Master would not be pleased if any of her precious plants were damaged. But this woman seems to know what she's doing. This time, she's brought a number of vials with her. Whatever do you plan to do with those, Miss Alice? I just want to take some samples. Just some nectar and other things. I promise I won't hurt any of them. Well, alright. Nonetheless, I would like to supervise. That is fair enough. Carefully, she takes one of the flowers and begins to lightly tap on it. Pollen shakes loose from its petals, collecting into the vial she's holding underneath it. Finally, a sample of a solar daisy pollen. There are a number of different things I can do with this. I have no doubt. Oh, wow. Oh, God. All this stuff is falling. Although she describes herself as a mage, I have not seen anything that could be described as magical yet. May I plant something here myself? I have not found a suitable home for this seed, and it's of rare species. I'm sure your master will be willing to accept it as a payment. Well, if you wish to use this to pay for your lodgings, I am very sure master will be very happy to have a new addition to the garden. While I would normally say, hell no, master does love her exotic species, and this maid seems to know them very well. Alright! She finds a clearing and pulls out what appears to be a green, striped seed. Here you go, little fellow. She plants it into the ground. It only takes a few seconds before I see something shifting in the soil. Oh my! How fast is it growing? It's famous for its explosive growth. It's then that I see roots and branches growing up her legs. My eyes grow wide as they begin slipping underneath her robes. My honored guest, there seems to be a problem. Oh no, there's no problem. These seeds are infamous for this kind of behavior. I see. It seems my master is not the only one with an appreciation of erotic plants. Oh, God! Damn it. Sheesh. Didn't see that one coming. I say we take another shot, guys. What do you say? Oh yeah, cheers. Not gonna lie, guys. I'm feeling that shot that I took before and this shot here now. To my surprise, she begins disrobing. Maybe I should have waited a few more scenes before I took that shot. Or we could take one more, guys. Cheers. Woo! Oh my God. Yes, Lord. Let's continue. Oh, yes. See, my freaking throat, because I'm sick. I can't do what I want to do. The root began to climb all over her body. Touch my body, holding her firmly in place. She seems very eager to feel them pressing against her skin. One particularly thick root goes in between her thighs and up across her stomach. Her ample breast become wrapped up in more vines. They give her sensitive flesh a teasing squeeze, a testing squeeze. Oh, you're a particularly naughty one, aren't you? I am certain that most people will be highly confused by the scene in front of them. I mean, what's there to be confused about, dude? A plant is literally fucking you. Pretty clear to me. But after being through Master's garden so many times, I do not seem fazed by something like this. Although I'm starting to feel a little bit hot. It's just a tequila, guys. Just a little bit. The root in between her thighs begins to make a pistoning motion, which causes her to gasp. Oh, it's rubbing against me. Now that's very, very nice. She seems to be enjoying herself at least. Her legs are wide open before me. If it weren't for these vines, I would be able to see everything. I mean, I do see everything. Oh my. I cannot help but stare at the way her breast bounce as she begins to move along the vine's constant rubbing of her precious place. Just from a glance, I can tell how hard her nipples are. The look on her face, too. It's one of pure delight. Now, the vine begins to move differently. Instead of rubbing, it's now pushing itself against her lips. She lets out a squeal of delight as it begins to penetrate her. Ah, that's so amazing! The vine begins to push in and out, slowly at first. Its texture is almost rubbery from what I can see. I can only imagine what it will feel like to have it inside of you. Bumping against my walls, caressing you. Oh dear, I am finding myself being so easily carried away by such lewd fantasies. The scene in front of me begins to escalate. The vine, seemingly done with foreplay, begins to pick up the pace, driving itself in and out of her. Oh, Jesus! Yeesh. Her body quivers with each movement. Love juices begin to trickle from her lower half. That super moistness is trickling from her lower half. She must be so close to climax by now. And sure enough, the vine gives one last strong push. Wait, when did her panties reappear? The orgasm causes her entire body to shake as the vine begins to slow down again. Bit by bit, it pulls out. Her love juices pouring out of her hole. Her moistness! She is so moist! She just looks up and smiles at me. It's normal, but very enjoyable. Well, yeah, exactly. That was interesting. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Tune in next time to find out what happens. I'm really excited to get back into this game, guys. I am loving this so far. I just love all of Winged Cloud's visual novels. Well, tune in next time, guys, to find out what happens. If you enjoyed, be sure to smash that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. I'm Flaming Sharingan. I will catch you guys on the next one, and that's my time.